Victoria will have an all-new look front bench on both sides of politics when Parliament returns today after the ascendancy of a new Premier Jacinta Allan. She's made minor changes to the machinery and ministries of government as the opposition leader also goes back to the future, welcoming Matthew Guy back to the shadow cabinet.
After a long weekend of politics and football, excited?
How are you? It's a beautiful day. Yeah, I am. It's a great day.
Was it a long weekend sorting it all out?
Well, if you're a Collingwood supporter, it wasn't.
Gabrielle Williams was just one of them. Baby Rory making the weekend win and a new promotion just sweeter.
Minister for Government Services, Minister for Consumer Affairs and Minister for Public and Active Transport.
Gaining one of a handful of new portfolios as Deputy Premier Ben Carroll switches jobs with Natalie Hutchins, who struggled with tax backflips as Education Minister.
He has a very keen interest in education, as we all do.
To be the Education Minister in the education state, it is so vitally important that we change lives through education. Education empowers young people and it changes lives.
Jacinta Allan opting to make cosmetic changes to the Andrews government, awarding her portfolios of transport infrastructure and suburban rail loop to Danny Pearson.
Has a conflict of interest with his commercial interests. Should have resigned months ago, and not resigning should have been sacked months ago. To be given a promotion, that just defies comprehension.
Harriet Shing takes housing from Colin Brooks, who gains Development Victoria and precincts. Lizzie Blanthorne is Minister for Children and Disability.
This signals a clear new social policy priority. Look at how we can work more collaboratively across government, collectively work on supporting children and families.
While Gabrielle Williams loses mental health and gains public transport, Ingrid Stitt will handle the implementation of a second medically supervised injecting room. Marianne Thomas also gains ambulance services. And Steve Demopoulos takes on the environment portfolio. New Minister Vicky Ward has been given employment and family violence prevention. It was also confirmed Tim Pallas would retain the Treasury portfolio.
Sticking it out as Treasurer? Oh yeah. What's that?
While Anthony Carbines retains police and racing. Plus, Lily D'Ambrosio remains responsible for energy, the SEC and climate change. With the government and opposition both confirming changes to their front benches, it means there'll be a slightly different look Parliament of Victoria when it returns on Tuesday. Matthew Guy returns to the shadow cabinet.
Hi.
As a self-confessed hardcore shadow public transport minister.
It's in the blood, and John said, "You want to do PT?" I said, well, yeah, why wouldn't I? I really like it.
And after losing November's election, he's vowed to remain in Parliament.
You will remain as a frontbencher and also a member for Glenelg until the 2026 state election?
Yes.
And will you rule out challenging for the leadership again?
Yes.
Former Josh Frydenberg staffer Jess Wilson gains education but loses home ownership to Evan Mulholland. As David Davis gains more responsibilities, John Prosciutto is defending going back to the future.
What we've got is a blend of experience.
But they're not around the cabinet table. As the Allan government gets work underway.
We've got 3 years. We'll keep on delivering for the Victorian community.
Simon Love, Sky News, Melbourne.